Hey ladies, and welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're cleaning, but more importantly, I wanted to share with you something that God has been laying on my heart lately. I thought He would ask me to start something big, maybe a business, a new project, or even move to a new place. But instead, He whispered something much simpler. He said, "Clean your space." At first, I didn't understand why something so basic could be so significant. But God has been showing me that when you allow clutter and chaos into your physical spaces, it can also create clutter in our minds and hearts, making it harder to hear His voice clearly. In 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33, it says, "For God is not the God of confusion, but of peace." When my home is full of clutter, my mind feels clutter too. It feels like a fog sets in, and it's hard to connect with that peace. But God desires us to live in peace, and one way to invite that peace into our lives is through the environment we create around us. So after a particularly rough week, honestly, I had a bit of a breakdown a while ago. I felt God telling me to reach out to my mom. Now I know my mom, she loves cleaning and organizing, so she was the perfect person to call. Picked her up, and she spent the weekend with me. Together, we deep cleaned my entire home from top to bottom. It was humbling for me to ask for help, but sometimes we have to lay down our pride and let God use the people around us to support us. It was such a healing experience, not just for me, but for my heart as well. My mom and I were able to bond in a way we hadn't in a long time. Since then, I've been working hard to maintain and clean space, and God has been reminding me of something so important: stewardship. You know, Luke chapter 16 verse 10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with very much." And that hit hard for me. I realized that before I can ask God for more opportunities, more blessings, I have to learn how to steward what He has already given me. For me, that started with my home. It wasn't about waiting for the next big thing. It was about being faithful with what I already have, taking care of it, and creating a space where I can hear God more clearly. So I've been working on making my home a place of peace, a place I can connect with God without distractions. And the more I clear the physical clutter, the more I feel Him clearing the mental and spiritual clutter in my life as well. It's been a reminder that God is in the details of our lives. In Colossians chapter 3, verse 23, it says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." Even something as simple as cleaning our homes can be an act of worship. It's about honoring what God has already trusted us with and creating an atmosphere that reflects His peace and presence. When I take the time to clean and organize my space, I'm not just tidying up for the sake of it. I'm creating a place where God can dwell, where my family can thrive, and where I can hear His voice more clearly. And trust me, it makes a world of a difference. If you're a mom watching this, I want to encourage you today. If your home feels chaotic or cluttered, if your mind feels overwhelmed, start small. Tackle one room, one drawer, one space at a time. Invite God into the process and ask Him to help you clear the clutter both physically and spiritually. As I've been doing this, I've felt such a deep sense of peace, and it's something I pray you experience too. God is faithful. He wants to speak to us, but we have to create the space to hear Him. Remember, ladies, we don't have to have it all together, but we can take small steps towards creating a home that reflects God's presence. He's not asking for perfection, just for us to be faithful with what He's given us. Thank you so much for spending the time with me today. I hope this video inspired you to see cleaning and organizing your home in a new light. God is with us in every detail of our lives, and He cares about the spaces we create for ourselves and our families. If you have a similar experience, or if God has been speaking to you about something simple but profound, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Let's keep encouraging each other to steward well the things that God has placed on our hands. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, keep clearing the clutter physically, mentally, and spiritually, and trust that God will meet you there.